This is Marvel Select Thor, the Mighty Avenger Loki movie figure, and that's him right here, along with the Marvel Select Thor that I just reviewed. And as you can see, they look great among each other. And the reason that I bring Thors out here is because Thor came with the a piece of the diorama to build that right there. That is the Rainbow Bridge, or the Bifrost that connect Asgard to Midgard, or Earth, you know it. And I have to say that this might be the only 6 or 7 inch scale Loki with the helmet that you will probably ever gonna get. And I have to admit it, Loki is a little bit, just a little bit better than Thor in terms of action figure. And yet again, I am really excited and very happy with such a nice job that Diamond Select has done with this Loki and this Thor figure. And I hate to admit it, but thank God there is Diamond Select. And figure is really detailed and really cool, and very articulated, so you can put him in so many different poses. And this one is kind of an evil pose, I guess, that he's trying to take over Asgard and Midgard. But let me put Thor aside and Loki. I just want to show you what this base looks like. Thor came with this round base that look like a round table, and Loki comes with this this part. I have no idea what it's called, and this sword, the power sword, which is removable. Very cool. And if you're wondering if Loki can hold this sword, the answer is no. I mean, even if you force the sword into his hand, the only place on the handle that he can hold the sword is right there. And as it moves up, the handle gets bigger. So this is just a piece of display, but I'm glad that Diamond Select make the sword removable. So very cool. But with this one, you cannot push it into the base. If you want both pieces to combine, you have to, if you look at the bottom, you have to split both halves of this round table or round base, and you play this one in the middle and recombine the two pieces. So yeah, I think it's really neat because both pieces help to hold this piece together in the middle, so it's not very loose, not too tight either. Very cool. And the paint job on it is it's just really beautiful. The gold here looks like the same gold that they use for their Iron Man 2 movie War Machine figure base. Yeah. It looks like the same gold, but it also has a little bit of yellowish, well, a little bit of yellow and orange to it. Not completely gold, but the gold that you will see here is mostly gold and white and yellow down there. Very neat painting. No smudge, no blemishes whatsoever. Very clean paint. As well as on the sword itself, a little bit gold and a little bit of black wash. So let me leave that base aside, and here's is a look at the packaging here. The only difference is the only difference from the Thor packaging is the sticker. It had the shadow and shape of Loki. It says Loki there, and on the side you can see Tom Hiddleston's likeness as Loki. But on the armor itself, it looks a little bit silver. But on the actual painting of the figure is gold. So that is probably the only difference. And I think here you can see a better picture of it. The armor looks kind of gold, and here is Thor. As there's a official movie merchandise logo, and the Avengers assemble logo. Here's a little bit of write up about Loki, and if you want, you can pause the video and read that. Very nice. You know, I really have nothing against this this packaging design. You know, just as long as the figure is great and functional and have great articulation, I am really really happy. So just like I said before, this Loki is slightly better than Thor, and I am extremely happy because this guy has more articulation than Thor. So let's get articulation out of the way. And he has a hinge joint at the neck and a swivel at the base of the head. So it is a very different ball joint than Thor. This same neck and head joint you can see in the 3" 3/4 Thor figures by Hasbro. So it's nothing new there. Loki has a ball jointed torso that Thor doesn't have. Really nice. But he has a ball jointed torso but no swivel waist. But this ball jointed torso works a whole lot better than Thor swivel waist. And let me show you his range of motion. He can move from side to side and then forward and back. As you can see, it works really great. And the head, he can look down, and because of the sculpting on the hair, he cannot look up that much. But that's kind of well, you kind of expect that when you see the mold of this guy. He has a ball hinge shoulder that can move like that, ball hinge elbow, swivel wrist. He has a ball hinge hip that Thor doesn't have. I mean, this is a different type of ball joint, kind of like Hasbro ball jointed hip, and then his upper thigh swivel. Well, let me show it there. Swivel like that, and he has a double hinge knee, which is something Thor doesn't have. And he has a ball hinge ankle. So that is that. And this ball jointed hip can be a little bit hard to move around, but I have to say it works better than on Thor because there is a lot of limited motion with that joint. So, and as you can see already, he has a good lineage of Tom Hiddleston, and really nice looking horn on the helmet there. And let me give you a 360. The cape on this one has just a smooth texture, not like on Thor. You can see that they did a little bit of sculpting on Thor's cape, but on this one it's just a smooth and soft cape. But it's very nice. At least it's soft, so it's posable. And as I mentioned before, his armor is painted gold and a little bit of silver here and here, which is well, the silver is about the same intensity as on Thor's armor there. So let me see, a little bit gold here, and a little bit of brown on the side of his thigh. And it's getting darker, and it's really turned to black down on his boots, and you can see a little bit of brown wash on his boots. Very nice. And on this one, the anchor joint on this one is really good. I mean, the figure doesn't fall or tip over, and I have trouble standing him. Okay, you might have to twist the hip around a little bit. There you go. And this is the scepter that he comes with. Some people say this is the royal scepter, but I have no idea what this is. I think this is the he got this one from Odin, just like in the trailer, like he was holding it with his two hands. So it's a really nice accessory. And besides, I mean, besides this one, I don't really know what Thor accessory should be anyway. But the hand grip on this figure is too big for the handle of the scepter, so it is loosely on in his hand. But if you pose him like this, I mean, if you you pose him like pose the hand like that, he will look just fine like that. So, oh God. I don't know why on video this guy had problems standing. I mean, I was playing with this guy for a while, and really there was no problem. So just like that, if you have him in this position, it really doesn't matter if his hand can hold the scepter or not. But it is still great. And let me put this figure aside now. So just for comparison to Thor, he is about the same height as Thor, but I don't think this Loki is very accurate to the comic book looks, because as you can see, this Loki is very young, unlike the bony and thin. I mean, bony face and thin and middle-aged Loki, like in the comic book, and you know. And Loki's supposed to be very thin body, but as you can see here, he's about the same body type as Thor. So Thor is not that much bigger than Loki, but since they are step-brother really, I guess they should have made them look you know, a little bit similar. But you know, until I see the movie, there is really not a lot I can complain about this figure. I'm actually very pleased, as I have already said in the beginning of the video. So if you're interested in the Thor movie figures from the Marvel Select line, I suggest you get both of the figure, because they are both great. Thor, in terms of looks, and posing, he's great, but in terms of articulation, he is a little bit behind from Loki. And plus, if you buy two figures, you can assemble the rainbow bridge base that you can display next to these figures. I found each of these figures at my local comic shop, and they cost about $22 each. So but if you can find them at a better price, I suggest you pick them up immediately. Yeah, or unless you can find a better deal online. But I highly recommend Loki, especially Loki. Out of the two, if you can get Loki, I mean, if you cannot get Thor's first, get Loki's first, and then get Thor, because now this guy is my favorite. So I highly recommend the figure. If you can, if you see it anywhere, go ahead and pick it up. But I am sure that these Marvel Select figures are not available at Walmart or either Target or Toys R Us. So make sure you check your local comic shop or anywhere online. These figures are great, and I am now very excited about the movie. Can't wait to see it. Highly recommend the figure, and thank you for watching.